So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. The action has already started. Well, it's clear what the manager wants here. His aim is to dominate in the wide areas, isn't it?
Yeah, I suspect that the wide men have been instructed to combine with the two forwards playing off the central striker, providing support or rotating with them while being the main suppliers of crosses. This is all about end product.
There's a searching pass.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Looking for the run. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Shaw. Oh, this looks sharp. Kaká in the side, just about as box office as it gets.
Yeah, I totally agree. He, in many ways, the blueprint of the modern-day number 10, lauded for his simple and very graceful style of play. Really is a player who has the lot.
You come to the game just to see him play. Pull it. He's going to be disappointed with that. Endo. And they're back on the ball again. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Vieira is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Tries a shot! Goal! Manchester United! That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now it's Kaká. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Yoro. Nice looking ball. And it's made its way. Shot a goal!
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Bullet, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Back into the middle. And that's another good win of the ball. And there's green grass ahead of him. And the shot! Oh, what has happened here? Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bullet. Vieira. Now looking to orchestrate a counter, and this is Hullet. Half an hour played now. Kubo. Now it's Matheus Cunha, and it's Shaw. That is a brilliant interception. And now the breakaway. Kaká. And here's Ibrahimovic. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And the counter is on. Now that's well seen too. Vieira. Now it's Mbappe. Short changes him with that pass. Knocks it into space. Plays in a... Up he goes! Oh, crossbar! Decent enough try.
I don't need to tell you he got underneath it, and there's only one place it can go.
And it's Kaka. Thinks about the shot. Brilliantly cut out. Bruno Fernandes. Kubo. Diogo Dallo. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Here's Shaw. Threads one in. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Kaka.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Yeah. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Oh, there's a probing ball. And this is Ibrahimovic.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Hullet. Kaká. And this is Ibrahimovic. Endo did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Turns and goes back. Vieira. And he was alert to it. Matheus Cunha is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. And this is Ibrahimovic. Decent chance! He scores! They are right back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
One sweeping move, executed. Chance! Goal! Manchester United! And they've got their lead back. Oh, high-quality goal. Lovely first touch. Sumptuous second.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
The attendance for this match was
And yes, it's him again. Manchester United go into the lead. Mbappe. And here's Kaka. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now that looks a decent ball. Takes a shot! Well, now it's in for the pieces. You've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught on it here. That has been knocked clear. Oh, shooting chance! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Mbappe is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Shaw. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Yeah. And it's Hullet. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Kaká! He's been... He has done it! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Listen, he would have been advised.
Great chance! Ambitious, but just off target.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Euro. Shaw. Looking for a runner. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball. Shaw is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And this is Nedved. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, should have put that away.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
And we have our very first corner.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Rummenigge. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And that interception was... He's having a shot! Oh, taken with style! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Manchester United.
So we have a breakthrough. There's the shot! That is decidedly lacking. Tries to pass it through. Matthews Cunha. And it's hoisted clear.
Manchester United really can only do one thing now, Peter.
Oh, he's been caught. Cristiano Ronaldo! It's loose now and they want to get it back. That is lovely. Mitoma quietly revving up.
Added minute has
Bruno
been indicated.
Fernandes. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's found a way through. Manchester United with a corner and hardly any time left on the clock. The message is simple, defend this with your lives. Oh, well played, well played.
Coming on the field, number 38, Maida. Number 14,
The ball is loose and the chase is on. This looks promising. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. So that's it, it is all over. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good.
And if you do have a chance today,
Thrilling,
please take some
nail-biting,
time out
perhaps
to give your
frustrating,
support.
チンチン
but we do have a winner.
チンチンじゃねえよーん。危ね。変なの取るとこだったぜ。
This is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's away we go then.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costa Curta.
Well, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite in the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them. And his tactical versatility means the centre-back, full-back,
Sweeper, defensive midfield player.
yeah, and we shouldn't forget his outstanding vision and confidence on the ball being almost as important as what he did at the back.
And it's Nakata. Can he get it through? Tries a shot! It's Roberto Carlos! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Neatly clipped into space. He's made sure that's not getting through. Well, they're not going to make any further progress now. Now it's Saviola. Roberto Carlos. And this is Saviola. Saviola was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Back into the middle. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here. Decent attempt at, just a little mistimed.
Roberto Carlos is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Now it's Saviola, and it's Rijkaard. Great defending, strong and determined. No goals as yet. Now it's Platini. Platini powering forward here. Platini couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
Rijkaard. Nakata. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Great vision. Now there's a fine ball. Not offside that time. And it's Roberto Carlos. And this is Saviola. Nakata. Played back. Passing is crisp and sharp. Played out to the right. Plays it in low. That should be the goalkeeper's. And it is. Almost half an hour in now. Platini. Platini going face to face with his great rival. Rijkaard. Rijkaard. Cantona. He has a look up. Nakata! Bullet forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Platini. Now Mbappe. And it's Bullet. That looks a decent ball.
Whatever happens, that's the...
Go for a shot! It's loose. Has another goal! It's there! He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Can he get on the end of this? That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger. Oh no, this does not look good. Platini. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. Ball looks a good one. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Yeah, can so cleverly bypass the press. Pull it. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. So, a genuine chance to increase the lead. That's a great chance! Goal! A quite incredible spell. They are... There's the whistle for half-time. So your views on the first half?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A 2-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. And we are already promptly back underway. Cantona distributed tidily. It's a really well-measured ball. Fires it in low. Saliba attempts a clearance. Rijkaard. Nakata. That is a brilliant interception. And he's there to get it away. Rijkaard. And here's Saviola. Real chance. It's Saviola! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Oh, shooting
なんだそれ。
It's in! And the second half is off to a flyer. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Cantona, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Rijkaard. Cantona. And it's Nakata. Great ball. He's having a shot!
もう終わってるわマジで。
They have pulled themselves
気持ち悪いな。
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed.
いやお前なんでそれが取られんだバーガ
It's
ー。
just a little happy now. Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
We have ourselves a real game here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
You can run onto that. And there's the clearance. He's there to retrieve it. And here's Mbappe.
終わってる。
Cantona
チクラついてないのいて。
aims beyond the defence. Cantona is offering some sort of an apology.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And he's managed to get free. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were
そっ
certainly
ちフリットだよ。
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Rijkaard. Cantona gets a good foot in there.
は何がやねんボケ死ね。
Pull it. Who's set up one goal so
お
far.
いお前マジかよ。それも通せねえんかよ。
Belletti. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now.
オフでしょ。オフないの？
He's cleared it out of harm's way. Nicely shaped ball.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
They get a throw in. Nakata. And it's Vieira. Vieira. That's been cut out. Well played. Nakata. Cantona. Out to the right. That's Rijkaard. Cantona. Knocks it into space. Platini. Now it's Mbappe. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And here's Cantona. Gets into some space. Rijkaard. Nakata receives it in. Nakata! Loose. In he goes again. And he's there to belt it away.
足伸ばさねえんかい。
And he welcomes it in. It is a corner.
Substitution on the field.
All hands on deck for this one.
Number 25.
And he's taking no chances there.
Number 19.
Roberto Carlos receives it in a wide position. That pass isn't the best. And it's Belletti.
Number 8. 15.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
20. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Tries to play it through.
13. Nedved. Substitution in progress.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Can they get him away? Well, this is a great position.
いや、お前マジかよ。パス出せよ、てめえ。中盤の選手だろ、カス。キモすぎるわ。
So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle.
死ね、本当に気持ち悪いな。はあ、終わった。マジかよ。
So bring it on. Height, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's away we go then. Kaká in the side, just about as box office as it gets.
Yeah, I totally agree. He, in many ways, the blueprint of the modern-day number 10, lauded for his simple and very graceful style of play. Really is a player who has the lot.
You come to the game just to see him play. Turns back here, probably the best option. That. And it's Messi. Neymar. Luis Suarez. We've seen that early. He's the certain sixth sense. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's been slipped through. Ibrahimovic! Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Neymar. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Yeah, conjures time and space where few can. So it is still 0-0. And it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Ferdinand.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
And it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Yeah. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And a chance! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra width.
Scholes. Neymar is a player who's always giving defenders.
なんで何してんのマジ。
Not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Vieira gets into a good position. Scholes. Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And here's Ronaldinho. Knocks it into space. It's Ronaldinho!
合ってるわ。
His position was perfect. The invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training.
行けよおめえゴミがよ。
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably.
え、何どこに出してんだお前。どう考えてもムバッペだろ。バカかてめえ。は？お前下手すぎ死ね。ゴミが。何してんだ気持ち悪いなお前。
Deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Moves it back. Looking for the run. It's come to nothing.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And it's Kaka. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
お前、取り行けよ、そんぐれ。
Ronaldinho. Here's Vieira.
え、どういうこと今のかわし。
Ferdinand. Scholes. Scholes looking to penetrate opposition lines. Pullet does really well to win the ball there. Kaka. Played out to the right. Ibrahimovic. Here's a corner, good chance.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Oh, that's neat.
終わりです、そんな。
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. No shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And we're off again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Little pass back. Scholes. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Ronaldinho is fouled. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, he'd used up all his chances, hadn't he, Peter? I mean, he was never going to get away with that one. Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Messi is eyeing